Overwatch 2's ranked system is rigged, or at least that's what this guy, who had a 21 winning streak, probably thinks right now. Because even after he won 21 games in a row, he still managed to go down a rank. So think about it, if you had just come off of one of the hottest winning streaks of your ranked career, and then you deranked, wouldn't you feel the same? You might be wondering, how is this even possible? Well, let me explain. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Highway, and I have done a lot of ranking up in Overwatch. I've done 6 unranked to GM challenges on YouTube, all with different heroes and on completely fresh accounts in solo queue, and at my peak, I was rank 2 in the NA servers. All this to say that I am very familiar with the ranking system at pretty much every level and have been through it multiple times over. So when I saw this, I was immediately intrigued because I have never been through anything like this before. In any of my challenges, I've never gone on a winning streak and gone down in rank, so how could this happen? So our poster started in Masters 5, which is a pretty high rank, and then said that 4 days ago he went on a losing streak, probably 10 losses in a row. He got demoted from Masters 5 to Diamond 3. Now, it's especially important to note that at these ranks, performance-based SR is not a thing. So once you get out of Plat, as in the second that you hit Diamond 5, you no longer will get any performance-based SR, or I guess skill tier adjustment. I don't really know what to call it in this game, but you don't get any bonuses based off of your performance. So a lot of the commenters have speculated already that he was just performing so bad that he just did not deserve to be in his rank, or at least that's what the algorithm thought, and they just tanked his SR. But this is simply debunked by the fact that, again, it's not a thing at these ranks to have performance-based SR boosts or, I guess, SR losses. To carry on, he also said the next day he had won 7 games in a row, so after he's been at Diamond 3, he won 7 games in a row, did not move any ranks. The next day he won all of his games in a row again, still stayed Diamond 3, and then today he won all games in a row with just 1 loss and he got demoted to Diamond 4, which brings us to the ID rank after winning 21 games in a row. So the theory that I have, and I have some personal context that I'll get into in just a second, is that the algorithm does not actually adjust your ranking exactly to where it should be every single promotion game, or I guess like set of games. Because back with Overwatch 1, whenever you placed your account, you would get a massive SR boost in your wins and losses. I had games where I would gain 200 plus SR just off of a placement win, and I think they put that system in place to combat smurfs and help your account get to where it should be quicker. And I think for Overwatch 2, what they've done is they have introduced a system that does not reveal exactly where your rank is to reduce the volatility that might be seen by newer players especially. So what I'm pretty sure happened is that prior to this 10 loss streak that he had, he probably wasn't performing that well. If you lose 10 games in a row in Masters, it's safe to say, no offense to him, but it's safe to say that you're probably not making a huge impact on your games. So prior to this 10 loss streak, he was probably having a little bit of a bounce around and slowly going down in the algorithm's eyes. And then after the 10 loss streak, the algorithm started tanking his MMR more and more, so he was playing with much lower level players than his rank said. So after he lost all these games, I think that the algorithm probably had him more around Plat 1 or Diamond 5. But because the system is inherently designed by Blizzard to not get you stressed out about your rank, not make you feel stressed as you progress, it instead showed him that he was Diamond 3. So after he started winning in these games, the algorithm slowly was bumping his rank up, and instead of immediately once again showing exactly where he was, it was trying to reduce the volatility of the rank changes and make the player still feel okay. Of course, in this instance it backfired, but it's a machine, so it doesn't really, it kind of just takes the input that it's given, which in turn resulted in him not moving until he lost one, and he probably was right on the edge when he lost that one, and it adjusted finally to being Diamond 4. Before we go further, if you're enjoying the video, please be sure to like and subscribe for more news and educational content. Alright, back to it. Now, do I think that this is a good system, or that this should have happened, or, you know, anything like that? No, I am not defending this system at all. I am simply trying to explain why this happened. And the reason why I'm so sure about my theory as well is because lately I have been doing a Zarya unranked GM on my Twitch, and as I've gotten into this Masters 3 range, I have started to not only play against GM players, but top 50 GM players. We're talking the very top of the ladder, and not just one, one, but multiple in my games. Yesterday alone, I played against Muma, I played against J3, I played with Shore4, I played against Boger and Yeetle. Like, all these people who I would definitely recognize on my main account, I've been playing against when I'm a Masters 3 tank. So initially my thought is, okay, my MMR must be pretty high. It must be higher than Masters 3 because these people are very high ranked. They're a whole division above me. And I ended up being right, because as a solo queuing tank who is admittedly a little bit washed from what he used to be, I was losing a lot of these games against these duos from Overwatch League players in top 30, top 50, even top 10 DPSs. By the time I had finished the 7-game win that was needed for an adjustment, it had been 6 hours, okay? I had played the game for 6 hours to get my adjustment. Now granted, I did spend a lot of that time in the tank queue because tank queue time is above 20 minutes right now, but I won those 7 games and lost 8. And it's important to note as well that win streaks have been for a long time not in the game. So it's not like I won 7 games in a row and then lost and gained a ton of SR from the fact that I was winning a ton in a row. Even if it was still in the game, my actual record was closer to loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, win, loss, you know, like more varied. There wasn't really many streaks in that set of 7 wins. So the fact that after those losses, I still managed to go up 1 rank from Masters 3 to Masters 2 tells me that it was just placing me above my rank. And one thing that was still present in Overwatch 1 was the Underdog System. This means that if your team has a lower average SR than the enemy team and you win, you are going to get more SR as a result. And conversely, if your team has more SR and you win, then you get less. And since it wouldn't really make sense for Blizzard to change this one element of the system, I think that honestly, I was just getting really high ranked games. My MMR was saying this guy is probably a GM. And when I was trading wins and losses in those games, it was just slowly bumping my skill rating up. In any case, there were probably some hidden elements at play behind the scenes for the algorithm. He was playing at a rank that was almost certainly much lower than Diamond 3, even though that's where it placed him. Once again, I don't think that this system is fair at all, and I think that nobody should ever have to deal with going on a 21 game winning streak and not seeing a rank up, and in fact seeing a rank down. That is an easy indicator of a super broken system. But I think that it's not actually the tech that's at fault here, it's more the display. Blizzard trying to hide people's true SR from them in order to reduce toxicity and make it a lot less stressful of an experience, I think has pretty much completely backfired, and now people are just getting even more stressed out because stuff like this is happening. And it's honestly not that surprising either, because the game shipped without a way of seeing how many wins you would actually need in order to get to your promo game. There's literally nothing on the UI that says, oh, you have 4 wins so far or 5 wins so far. You can't see it unless you complete a game. The only way you can tell is if you're a one trick and your games played on a roll is all counted on 1 hero, and then you just divide it by 7 and you find out, you know, when your next promo game is, I guess. But that's just so roundabout. It's honestly crazy. In any case, guys, I just thought this story was pretty interesting and that you might enjoy it as well, and I wanted to give my 2 cents on what maybe happened here. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out our website where we have educational guides, not on stuff like this, how to not D-rank after 21 games in a row, but how to get those 21 wins in a row. You can go find that on our website. I'll see you all again for more news or education. Take care and peace.